Hey everyone and welcome at the Tonepia YouTube channel. My name is Emmanuel and today we're going to take a look at the great Deceiver, the new single of In Flames. In this video we're going to focus on the main riff, which is a classic yet very cool In Flames riff. In Flames for me always stands for the perfect balance between melodicness and heavy riffing. So first we're going to start with the tone, because if you do not have the right tone then you won't going to be happy with how it sounds in the end. In Flames, as one of the most iconic melodic death metal bands, have used the HM2 pedal by Boss. Boss just made a remake last year, the HM2W, and if you want to get those type of tones, then I think that this pedal is a great foundation for your tone. The HM2 you can only get second-hand nowadays, however the HM2W is still in production. And there is a huge range of different manufacturers who are producing pedals which are based on the HM2. If you're into that melodic death pedal of tone, then you should definitely compare those. And the greatest tool on earth to do so is Tonepia. Tonepia is an interactive gear demo and comparison player. You can just follow the link here. We'll lead you to a preloaded player where I put a couple of HM2 style pedals. And you can basically compare all of those 100% objective, as all of them have been recorded under the exact same circumstances. And do not forget to let us know down below which pedal is your favorite. Alright, now let's take a look at the playing. There's one very essential movement which you should practice if you want to get this riff down, which is alternate picking between two strings. Luckily for beginners this is not too fast, however you need to be very precise with your pick. We're constantly swapping between the D and the G string, so you can practice that by just, for example, taking your index finger, doing a bar, and then just rotating between the D and the G string. That's it. May sound very simple, but this is the bass which will lead to this type of playing. And only once you get that movement down and once you're able to really cross strings fluently, you should go back to the beginning and apply the right notes there. But really first focus on the right hand. This is where you get all the tight rhythm playing for metal guitar. Other than that, the left hand is doing some pretty obvious scale work. So we're basically just descending the scale here. What you should do is you should do like a controlled yet wild vibrato on the last note, because this is really what it needs to sound the way it sounds on the record. Right? So if you're not applying any vibrato at all, it will sound like this. Right? And this is generally what people are referring to if they say that someone is playing with emotion. Then between the first and the second part there is a pretty fast transition, which is like... It may sound more difficult than it actually is, because all you gotta do is really just one hammer and pull off with your middle finger. Hammers and pull-offs are pretty hard when you do it with your pinky, because it's not as strong as the other ones. Still, in this case, no worries. So you just start with your middle finger on the 10th fret of the G string. Then you're switching to your index finger on the 9th. And then you do the hammer on the pull-off without picking again. Now, for the second part, it's actually the exact same thing. We're just changing a couple of notes. So instead of descending, we're now ascending with a melody. Same as in the first run, just try to make a good vibrato on the last note. Then we got, again, that hammer off pull-off type-ish thing. Now in this case, we do not need to swap the strings afterwards. So in the first part we had... Right, so we were doing the hammer on pull-off on the G string, and then we went to the D string. Here it's even easier, because we're just on the G string. We do not need to swap strings. So what you're doing is 8 with the index finger, then you're going to do a hammer on and a pull-off on 10 and back to 8, and then you're sliding down without picking again. So I hope that this video contains a couple of useful tips for you. I don't like to go through the song note by note, because you have to tap into the beginning, just to give you a couple of advices for practicing everything efficiently. Do not forget to tune your guitar down to drop A short, which is the original tuning of the song. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great time practicing the song. See you next time. Bye.